East of the sun and west of the moon, we'll build a dream house of love, dear, close to the sun by day, near to the moon at night. We'll live in a lovely way, dear, sharing our love by the pale moonlight, just you and I, forever and a day. Love will not die, we'll keep it that way. Up above the stars we'll find a harmony to life's lovely tune. East of the sun and west of the moon, dear. East of the sun and west of the moon. East of the sun and west of the moon, we'll build a dream house of love, dear, close to the sun by day, near to our moon at night. We'll live in a lovely way, dear, sharing our love by the pale moonlight, just you and I, forever and a day. Love will not die, we'll keep
Almost sweet romance.
Savoy,
It'll get you at a glance.
Savoy,
Give happy feet a chance to dance.
your form,
Just like a clinging vine,
your lips,
so soft and sweet as wine,
your cheeks,
so warm and close to mine, divine.
how my heart is singing,
While the band is swinging,
never tire of romping and
stomping with you at the Savoy.
What
A
joy,
perfect holiday
Savoy,
where we can swing and sway
Savoy,
and dance the night away with you.
Savoy,
The almost sweet romance,
Savoy,
it'll get you at a glance.
Savoy,
Give happy feet a chance to dance.
your form,
Just like a clinging vine,
your lips,
so soft and sweet as wine,
your cheeks,
so warm and close to mine, divine.
how my heart is singing,
While the band is swinging
never tire of romping
and stomping with you at the Savoy.
What
A
joy,
perfect holiday
Savoy,
where we can sing and sway
Savoy,
and dance the night away with you, with you, with you.
Welcome to Catholic Charities' 39th annual Mardi Gras celebration. My name is Janelle Kendall, and I'm delighted to be your host this evening at Pioneer Place on 5th in downtown St. Cloud, central Minnesota's own iconic professional theater and concert venue. Though we can't be dancing and singing together just yet, thanks for joining us for this year's virtual celebration. Catholic Charities' annual Mardi Gras event benefits both Catholic Charities Emergency Services and Domus Transitional Housing. Tonight, you'll learn more about both programs. And while you're watching, be sure to check out the silent auction, which opened this past Wednesday, January 20th, and closes tonight at 9 p.m. Tonight's Fund a Need is also occurring throughout the evening. In fact, you can donate anytime during our show, starting now. And enjoy the music! If you watch tonight's pre-show, you've already heard the Vista Jazz Club. As the show goes on, there'll be more from the Fabulous Armadillos, the Wheelhouse Trio, and Pandora recording artist Stephen C. Anderson. Thanks for joining us and for your support of Catholic Charities. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Greg Armstrong with the Fabulous Armadillos, and we are happy to be a part of the Catholic Charities virtual Mardi Gras event this year. And we've been proud to be a part of this event since 2015. Unfortunately, we can't be there live and in person this year, but we look forward to seeing you again next year live and in person. So thank you and enjoy.
Hey, Mardi Gras people, we are really sorry that we couldn't be with you this evening, but the Armadillos and the Collective Unconscious are gonna help you to take it easy for the rest of the evening. Hey.
Good evening, and welcome to Catholic Charities' 39th Annual Mardi Gras celebration. My name is Steve Pareja, and I'm the Executive Director of Catholic Charities of the Diocese of St. Cloud. If you've attended Mardi Gras in the past, perhaps you've met me with my wife, Donna, where we've always enjoyed greeting guests as they enter the event hall. As much as we wish we could be together again with you at an in-person live event this year, that's just not possible. Instead, I'm here with you tonight and excited to celebrate with you virtually and for you to learn more about how Catholic Charities serves and enhances human dignity for people of all faiths and beliefs across 16 counties of central Minnesota. It goes without saying that these are extraordinary times. Just as our hearts go out to everyone affected by COVID-19, we're tremendously grateful to our staff and volunteers who have continued their work on the front lines, maintaining their personal health and safety while keeping our clients healthy and safe. From staff supporting our residents in various residential settings, to food shelf workers, to home-delivered meal drivers, and to so many more, Catholic Charities has continued providing these critical services to our community. I cannot express enough my deep appreciation and heartfelt thanks for their continued work and service. Today, as we navigate the current pandemic, your support of Catholic Charities is needed now more than ever. Thank you for joining us this evening, for listening to tonight's amazing music, for participating in our silent auction, and for donating to Catholic Charities through our Fund a Need. As we gather together this evening, let us pause for a moment and offer a prayer of hope and thanksgiving. Divine Creator, we find ourselves in the midst of unprecedented challenges and an ongoing pandemic. We pray that you lead us to find patience, guidance, and grace as we navigate these difficult times. But we also ask you to help us give thanks for the blessings in our lives as we hold on to hope for a better tomorrow. As we gather together during this Mardi Gras event, help us to remember that there are many within our communities who are struggling with food insecurity, financial instability, addiction, and homelessness or near homelessness, in addition to the challenges caused by the pandemic. We pray that tonight's event inspires those who have the capacity to support Catholic Charities through their time, talent, and treasure, so that we will be successful in raising the funds necessary to continue supporting those in need within our communities. We ask this in your name. Amen. Now, let's enjoy our evening, and thank you for supporting Catholic Charities.
Good evening. My name is Dan Barth. Hey, have you had a chance to check out the outstanding silent auction? Be sure to browse and bid throughout the evening and check your cell phone to see if you've been outbid. And remember, it closes at 9 p.m. tonight. The silent auction this year features items such as a private tour with Roy Burnick of his vintage car collection, autographed sports memorabilia, a very nice spread of home goods, and of course, fun for the whole family. You know, I've got my eye on that KitchenAid stand mixer because, if you're like me, you've been cooking and baking a little bit more than ever before. Or maybe you have your eyes on the Roomba robot vacuum cleaner, which is great, especially if you have a dog or a cat in the house, or maybe you just have a messy roommate. So the auction includes many items from generous donors and across a variety of different categories. Believe me, there's more than a KitchenAid stand mixer and a Roomba robot vacuum cleaner. Be sure to check it out throughout tonight's program until 9 p.m. tonight.
Bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you And so I beg you, let it be me. Don't take this heaven from one. If you must cling to someone, now and for always, let it be me. Each time we meet, love, I find complete love. Without your sweet love, what would life be? So never leave me lonely. Tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me. Each time we meet, love, I find complete love. Without your sweet love, what would life be? So never leave me lonely. Tell me you love me only, and that you'll always let it be me. Now and for always, let it be me.
Good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. Joining me on stage this evening is Steve Pareja, Executive Director of Catholic Charities of the Diocese of St. Cloud. How you doing tonight, Steve?
Very good, and thank you, Dan. Thank you once again for joining us here at Mardi Gras. And I have a question. What did you do to get more beads than me?
You know what? I've got a big jar of them from when I was in New Orleans a few years ago, so save them just for this event.
That's a safe answer. That's a very safe answer.
You know, it's always a pleasure. You know, a little different this year, of course. We get to be on camera together, and but it's such a pleasure to be working with you and working with the fine folks and our neighbors all across Catholic Charities and Central Minnesota.
And thank you, everyone, for attending Catholic Charities' 39th Annual Mardi Gras, Central Minnesota's celebration with a cause. Tonight is all about supporting our neighbors, those who are in need of financial assistance, clothing, and food access, and to single mothers with children, and to so many others across Central Minnesota who receive or are in need of receiving help from Catholic Charities.
I'd like to just take a moment to thank all the generous businesses and individuals who've helped sponsor tonight's celebration. A special thank you to our presenting sponsors, Felling Trailers and Spartan Nash. Now, many of our sponsors' names were included during tonight's pre-show, as well as on the digital program, which you can download and view at the event webpage. We invite you all to support them as well.
Thank you again, everyone, for sponsoring and supporting our 2021 Mardi Gras celebration and for your gift to Catholic Charities. Whether that's your purchase of a silent auction item or your Fund a Need donation, your support of Catholic Charities is needed now more than ever, and we're grateful.
Catholic Charities services are vital to our community and recognized for true excellence. The Minnesota Department of Human Services recently chose Catholic Charities' Senior Dining Program as one of 6 organizations receiving Minnesota's Circle of Excellence Award. This designation recognizes organizations that have intentionally partnered with statewide support programs to provide exemplary community services, including food, shelter, and other daily fundamental assistance to Minnesotans in need. During this pandemic, Catholic Charities' Senior Dining Program adapted its model for providing low-cost, nutritious meals for older adults in central Minnesota. They're incorporating frozen foods, then developing pop-up sites and partnering with food shelves, including Catholic Charities' Emergency Services Food Shelf, to feed more seniors. By making these changes, the Senior Dining Program more than tripled its capacity, preparing and delivering about 91,000 meals per month, up from 26,000 meals a month the previous year. The need rose, and Catholic Charities met the challenge. Catholic Charities Mardi Gras celebration also benefits Catholic Charities Emergency Services, providing food, warm clothing, and financial assistance during times of specific need. Through the realities of the pandemic, Emergency Services consistently helps individuals and families, including a new Hunger Doesn't Wait food delivery program, weekly homeless outreach bags, and triaging emergency financial and clothing requests. Finally, Catholic Charities Domus Transitional Housing provides temporary, service-enriched, shared living transitional housing designed for mothers and their children up to 12 years old. Food, shelter, clothing, and safety needs are met in central Minnesota by your support of Catholic Charities. For the next few minutes, you'll hear from Brandy, who came to Domus with her newborn son and found the critical help she needed. Her story is inspiring and heartfelt, and just one example of how Catholic Charities helps our neighbors right here in central Minnesota.
Domus in Latin means home or family. So I think when they were designing this program, they were probably thinking they wanted to have a place called home for people to come to. Transitional housing is that in-between stage of permanent housing and homelessness, is what I would say. We provide an on-site living situation where people can stay up to a year in Domus, and they can learn some life skills and become independent. Women and children that have been homeless is kind of our criteria for the program. Many women are coming from different facilities though. They might be homeless due to coming from treatment or some other kind of facility or hotel, wherever. When they're here at Domus, they get assigned a case manager, which is Carly, and Carly works with them independently on different skills, and she monthly meets with them to check in on those goals. We are here on site with them. They come in and out of our office. We ask them about, how are you doing with your money? Today, have you created your budget yet? Have you worked with your worker on parenting? Have you met with your CPS worker, which is Child Protective Services worker? Have you checked in with treatment? We check in with them quite often here on a daily basis.
Domus Housing, we have 2 separate units that are kind of like apartments, and there's 4 bedrooms in each unit. 2 of those bedrooms are reserved for women who have 1 child, and then the 2 back bedrooms are connected to each other. That is reserved for mothers with 2 to 3 children. And we have a total of 16 people in the building at any given time. The hardest part of this job is if a person has to get their child taken away due to relapse or not doing what they're supposed to be doing with their child protection cases, women continuing to use, and then having to move backwards.
So long-term stability means that women are learning different skills to be successful, to budget, maybe money manage, learn different parenting skills to be out on their own. It basically, we are teaching them here the skills in order to live successfully on their own. Many of our women, it has been cyclical for them for years. I mean, in their families anyway. Drug usage, no education. It's just been a norm for them for many years to maybe not have support or systems in place to help them. And when they come here, it can be very difficult to get adjusted to that. So teaching them those skills that they have never had before.
It's well known that early literacy is connected with later on success in life, and so we want people to be successful here not only for the women but also their children as well. And so one thing that we incorporate into our programming is we do require that women are reading to their children a minimum of 15 minutes a day. If their child is old enough to read themselves, then they're required to be reading daily.
Many of them probably never sat with a parent and played games, just had a board game out or cards. We have a whole area for that. And then Carly encourages them to just play some healthy games with your children. It's good for them. And they may never have had that as a child. So this might be new for them and feel weird to them too, but we kind of talk through those things along the way.
Domus is helping make a better tomorrow for the women and children here because it's giving people a safe environment to work towards reaching their goals. Some of the women here, this is their last chance at creating a healthy, sober lifestyle for themselves and their children.
My name is Brandy. I am a former resident at Domus, and I currently live in St. Cloud. My time here at Domus was during 2013. I had one child here with me, my now 7-year-old son. Prior to Domus, I was in another treatment facility in the St. Cloud area. And prior to that, I was in a initial primary treatment facility in the St. Paul area. And prior to that, I had lost everything. In a matter of just a few months, I had lost my home, my job, my older 2 girls, and I was in a very dark place at that time. I had been an alcoholic, and before I got sober this last time, and before I found out that I was pregnant with my son, in between losing my girls, because those are my 2 oldest children, and finding out that I was pregnant with my son, I was literally trying to drink myself to death. I lost everything, and I didn't see the point in trying to go on. Everything that I had tried to build and hold together up to that point, I had failed at. And that goes back to not being able to or willing to accept the help that's offered to me. I tried not to think about it anymore. But at the same time, when I look at, even just a few years into my sobriety, the change from who I was then and who I am now, I am so grateful, very grateful. This was the first home that I felt like I had when I got, sort of my act together. Like the first home where I got to live with support and friends, and I got to make it my own and get back to real life. It was my safe haven. And I knew that if I needed to just talk while I was here, or after I left, that I could rely on the relationships that I built while I was in this home. So while I was here at Domus, they did have a certain percentage that they wanted you to set aside for savings for you to move forward with. I can't remember exactly what that percentage was, but it seemed astronomical at the time. However, when my son was born, I had medical bills that I had to pay out of pocket. And I had been here already for just a little bit, and I already had money saved so that I could pay that medical bill right away. Then when I eventually did move out and find my own apartment, I had a savings account. They handed me that check, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can totally buy essentials for my home. And it taught me basically that you don't have to spend every dime that you bring in. It is possible to live comfortably and still put things aside for future things that you're going to need. The literacy program here at Domus initially helped me to, make sure that I bonded really well with my newborn. It's something that we continue now, obviously, with school, but except now, he reads to me. He reads a book to me every night. Sometimes he'll even read a book to me in the morning, but we'll cuddle up together either on the couch or in bed, and he'll pick a book to read to me every night. And that has been wonderful to see him grow academically. Where I am right now, I bought a house about 4 years ago. I am gainfully employed, actually just got promoted earlier this month, October. Second promotion that I've gotten since I've been with my current company. I've been with them for 4 years. I just got married on October 17th, and I'm still sober. I'm 8 years sober now. The time that I spent here at Domus really helped me to figure myself out, the things that I needed to focus on, as far as future goals, as far as work within myself that I needed to continue, knowing how to look for resources, such as community, picking people to surround myself with that are positive influences, that want to see me grow, that help me grow, that I can actually strive to be more like. So today in my life, I try to surround myself with people that I want to be like, people that encourage me, support me, and that I can do the same for as well. What I would say to donors about donating to Catholic Charities and Domus and other programs like it is, it's absolutely worth it. This program and other programs like it completely turned my life around. It made it so that I could be a stable mother for my children, so that I could move on to have a very fulfilling life, healthy, sober, meeting goals, succeeding. The self-worth that I have now, I don't think I ever could have achieved on my own if it weren't for programs like Domus. So absolutely, it's worth it.
when you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part, oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Oh, if you need a friend, I'm sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind.
It's stories like Brandy's that motivate me to give my time and resources to Catholic Charities. And tonight, I'm asking you to do the same. On the event webpage is tonight's Fund a Need, which continues throughout the entire program. Please consider making a donation online to Catholic Charities, helping those who are in need of financial assistance, clothing and food access, and to single mothers with children, and to so many others across central Minnesota who receive or are in need of receiving help from Catholic Charities. Tonight, we are hoping to raise $100,000 for Catholic Charities Domus Transitional Housing and Emergency Services. We did it last year, and we can do it again. And I'd like to thank the following sponsors for helping us get started in achieving that goal. Tonight's Fund a Need is sponsored by C4 Welding, Farmers and Merchants State Bank, Granite Logistics, Schnettler Benning Custom Builders, and Strack Construction. Thank you to those sponsors and to the many generous donors whose names you'll see scrolling on the event page as they donate. And you'll continue to see the names of guests like you who are starting to give. And if you'd like to make a gift but prefer to remain anonymous, that's okay. Just check that box when you donate. Okay, let's think about this for just a little bit. Maybe you can commit to $200. If you did that, and we receive 4 other donations for $200, that means we've raised $1,000. Do you realize that with $1,000, Catholic Charities Emergency Services food shelf can feed 28 families for a week? That's 120 people who are in food insecurity and in need of healthy, nutritious food. So what if you committed to giving $100? When Catholic Charities receives 5 donations of $100, that's $500. And with the food shelf's 3-to-1 buying power, that's $1,500 worth of groceries. Now, I'm guessing that many of you are probably watching the program with a group. What if all of you committed to giving $50 each? Remember, $250 can actually feed 7 families for a week. Help us meet our match. Today, the work of Catholic Charities is needed now more than ever. Therefore, we need to raise more dollars. Thank you for your support of Catholic Charities and for your giving during tonight's Fund the Need.
Good evening and hello. We are the Vista Jazz Club, and we're so glad to be a part of Catholic Charities Mardi Gras 2021. It's a different kind of Mardi Gras, different kind of everywhere these days. But there's one thing that's consistent about Mardi Gras, and that's where it all started, in New Orleans. And this is a song about that city. 3, 4. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans and miss it each night and day? I know it's not wrong, but the feeling's getting stronger the longer I stay away. I miss the moss-covered vines, the tall sugar pines, where mockingbirds used to sing. And I'd like to see the lazy Mississippi rolling in the spring. Moonlight on the bayou, a Creole song that fills the air. I dream of the magnolias in bloom, and I'm wishing that I was there. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? 'Cause that's where you left your heart. And there's one thing more, I miss the one I care for more than I miss New Orleans. Well, the moonlight on the bayou and that Creole song that lingers in the air. I dream of the magnolias in June, and I'm wishing that I was there. Do you know what it means to miss New Orleans? 'Cause that's where you left your heart. And there's one thing more, I miss the one I care for more than I miss New Orleans. More than I miss New Orleans.
Good evening again, everyone. We certainly hope you're enjoying tonight's program. How about that music, huh? Fantastic. And a huge thank you to Peg Ann and Byron Bjorklund of Custom Catering by Shortstop for helping to provide their sponsors and guests with Mardi Gras in a box. And if you're wearing the beads and masks that were included, like I am here, have fun, enjoy the program, and enjoy the charcuterie board and special treats too. Steve? 15 years of doing that, and I learned a new word, charcuterie. What fun.
You know, I've never been that fancy. I call it a meat and cheese board. Once again, welcome to the 39th Annual Mardi Gras celebration, benefiting Catholic Charities, Domus Transitional Housing, and Emergency Services. Many of you have been joining us annually for several years, and thank you for your continued support of those who are in need of financial assistance, clothing and food access, and to single mothers with children.
Thank you to everyone who bid on silent auction items and who have already donated to tonight's Fund a Need.
And thank you to everyone who donated silent auction items. And thank you especially to tonight's sponsors and to all the individuals and businesses who helped make this event happen. We are so thankful.
Years in my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. I realized quickly when knew I should that the world is made up of this brotherhood of man, or whatever that means. And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head, and I am feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake every morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Ooh, 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 ooh. And I try, oh my God, do I try? I try all the time in this institution, and I pray
Oh my God, do I pray? I pray every single day for a revolution. And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it all out what's in my head. And I am feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake every morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I say, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? Ooh, ooh. 25 years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill of hope for a destination. Thank you again for joining us this evening for the 39th Annual Mardi Gras celebration and for your support of Catholic Charities. I hope you enjoyed the program and entertainment while learning about the important and award-winning services Catholic Charities provides to our community. Stay safe and stay healthy. And thank you for helping improve tomorrow for Central Minnesota by supporting Catholic Charities. Don't forget, the silent auction closes at 9 p.m. tonight. Have a wonderful evening.